Hello, New Stoics. This is Tim, and this is today's Daily Stoic. I'm sorry it's a little late. I I don't know if I could say I had one of my rougher days that I've had, but it wasn't an easy day. It wasn't a very good day to have mentally or emotionally or anything like that. It was overall a pretty bad day. Let's just say that. But being a Stoic means that no matter how bad your day is, you could kind of jump back and evaluate how lucky you really are. And that's what I'm doing. I am happy to have a family, a loving wife, and my daughters. And I'm happy that despite any kind of hardship that I'm facing right now, I still have my health and I live in a very beautiful part of the country, and all these things could be taken away as well, but they haven't. So for that, I am lucky. So with all that aside, let's get back to Seneca's history. In the first year of Claudius, he was banished into Corsica when Julia, the daughter of Germanicus, was accused by Messalina of adultery and banished too, Seneca being charged as one of the adulterers. After a matter of 8 years or upwards in exile, he was called back, and as much in favor again as ever. His estate was partly patrimonial, but the greatest part of it was the bounty of his prince. His gardens, villas, lands, possessions, and incredible sums of money are agreed upon at all hands, which drew an envy upon him. Dio reports him to have had 250,000 lira sterling at interest in Brittany alone, which he called in all at a sum. The court itself could not bring him to flattery, for his piety, submission, and virtue. The practice of his whole life witnesses for him. So soon, says he, as the candle is taken away, my wife, that knows my custom, lies still, without a word speaking. And then do I recollect all that I have said or done that day, or take myself to shrift. And why should I conceal or reserve anything, or make any scruple of inquiring into my errors, when I can say to myself, do so no more, and for this once I will forgive thee? And again, what can be more pious and self-denying than this passage in one of his epistles? Believe me now, when I tell you at the very bottom of my soul, in all the difficulties and crosses of my life, this is my consideration. Since it is God's will, I do not only obey, but I assent to it. Nor do I comply out of necessity, but inclination. Here follows me now, says Tatius, the death of Seneca, to Nero's great satisfaction. Not so much for any pregnant proof against him that he was of Piso's conspiracy, but Nero was resolved to do that by the sword which he could not effect by poison. For it is reported that Nero had corrupted Leonicus, a free man of Senecas, to give his master poison, which did not succeed. Whether the servant had discovered it to his master, or that Seneca by his own caution and jealousy had avoided it, for he lived only upon a simple diet, as the fruits of the earth, and the drink was most commonly river water. Alright, so we'll get to the death of Seneca tomorrow. And I'm just going to leave the history as is, without a lot of explanations. If anybody has any questions in the comments, what I'm describing, I'd be more than happy to explain the history of the events leading up to Seneca's death. But it's very interesting. So It's pretty sad too. But anyways, I hope everybody's having a great day, and you'll be seeing nightly meditations soon. Thank you.